Joseph Rainey, who was formerly enslaved, served in the 41st through 45th Congresses from 1869 to 1879. He was the first African American to serve in the U.S. House of Representatives. He was elected as a Republican representing the great state of South Carolina. He was also the first African American to preside over the House and the longest-serving black lawmaker in Congress during the Reconstruction era. During his years in office, he worked to pass civil rights legislation, fund public schools, and guarantee equal protection under the law. He was committed to protecting what he considered human rights. His first major speech in Congress was in 1871, calling for the passage of the Ku Klux Klan Act, which he is most well known for. Despite Democratic opponents arguing that the bill was unconstitutional, Representative Rainey argued for an act that would allow the president to use federal troops to control the violence in the South, and further empowered federal lawmakers to prosecute members of the KKK. In his speech, he called for the protection of the humblest citizen, without regard to rank, creed, or color. The Constitution, he said, should be a bulwark of freedom, protecting inalienable rights for all. And he stood upon what he called the broad plane of right. While holding office, he was also part of the Congress that passed the historic Civil Rights Act of 1875. Representative Joseph Rainey opened the door for many other black elected officials to follow, such as Oscar Stanton DePriest, the first African American elected in the 20th century to Congress, and the first from a northern state, Shirley Chisholm, the first African American woman in Congress, and the first to seek nomination for the President of the United States, Barbara Jordan, the first African American Congresswoman from the South, and Walter Fauntroy, our very own, who served as the District of Columbia at-large House delegate. Today, the legacy of Representative Rainey continues through the most recent election of the first black governor for the state of Maryland, Governor Wes Moore.